The Spurs. We've got LaMarcus Aldridge, DeRozan out there with Lyons. Then there's Murray, and it's Forbes in at the 2.
And you know, guys, the Spurs team dinners, the stuff of legends, just building camaraderie and getting to know one another and being orchestrated with care by head coach Greg Popovich. They enjoyed the finest restaurants and great food and drink, but the fellowship and camaraderie, probably the most important part of those dinner gatherings.
Now here's LeBron. Nice D from Aldridge. 3-on-3. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. It's going to be on Avery Bradley.
You know, they're not willing to give Murray any easy buckets here. D'ing him up as tight as they can, even if it means fouling.
The Spurs shooting their first shots from the stripe in this game. And the first one drops. And Clark, the act of getting dinner, sitting down to a meal. As a team, it brings people together.
It really does, guys, and I can't overstate it. When you get a chance to know your teammates off the court, it adds to your ability to play for them on the court. It can't always be just about grind, grind, grind. There has to be some compassion, some caring, some understanding, and sometimes the best places to do that are at restaurants with good food and good drink.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Here is Forbes. 14 points from him the last game against Golden State. And that one's good by Aldridge.
Aldridge has a nice methodical way about his game that makes him extremely reliable down low. He's a smooth operator in the post.
Now here's Davis. He's coming off a 31-point game against Dallas.
And he also dominated the glass out there. He hit the boards hard and often.
DeRozan against James. Here's Bradley. Good, and the assist goes to LeBron. Bradley's got his second basket.
Yeah, going hard to the rack, making a statement here early on.
Yeah, that's how he rolls. I mean, intimidate the opponent right now.
Murray, good.
Murray is a spectacular talent. And when he gets going, watch out.
Last game for the Spurs, they picked up the W against the Golden State Warriors.
Well, you look at the points they produced in that game, great adjustments on the offensive end.
Well, it's really hard to stop them when they're in a groove offensively, and they were in a comfort zone all game long in that one.
Kept alive, McGee. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Hey, you know, guys, McGee has won back-to-back titles with the Warriors. You know, that's not too bad for a journeyman.
It's his first trip to the line. First free throw is good. And early in the season, Clark, rotations getting settled. How important do you think it is to have players who really embrace their roles on that team?
You know, I think it's a combination of accepting and embracing your roles, really relishing what it is you're to do and to star in what your particular role is, and finding that out oftentimes is a work in progress even throughout the season.
And probably managing maybe some disappointment if you aren't in the role you thought you were going to be in.
Well said. Exactly right.
Bradley against Murray. And it's Murray with the jam.
Boy, Murray showing you he can play above the rim. This guy's got major bounce as he punched that one down.
James looking it over. Green finds James. 6 to shoot. Back to Davis. Nice ball movement here by the Lakers. Here's Green. And again, no good by the Lakers.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
DeRozan's shot is off.
Well, you know, stopping him is never easy to do, but the defense was strong there.
Here's James. It's good. He scores. That's his first basket after missing his first 2 attempts. Now 1 for 3.
You know, LeBron James is so strong and able to finish through contact because of it. You've got to wrap him up. You've got to get him before he gets that ball up in the shooting motion, because contact other than that doesn't bother him.
Green passes to Brent, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. Greg, when you evaluate Avery Bradley, the offense isn't what it once was, but the defense is certainly still there.
Yeah, Bradley has struggled with the scoring in recent years, but defense, that does not go cold. Still a menace to ball handlers, and his reach and length can suffocate perimeter players.
He's off on the first.
And the feeling has been that the Lakers needed to acquire more veteran talent to put alongside LeBron, and they've done just that.
And, you know, time is creeping up on LeBron. He turns 35 this season. Really, for the Lakers, the time is now if they're going to compete to get him another ring and perhaps themselves another banner.
He hits the second from the line.
And, you know, the Spurs are never afraid to play to the tune of their own drummer. I mean, just as the rest of the league embraces threes and layups, the Spurs going against that grain, leading the league in mid-range shots and post-ups.
Fires from 14. Murray, no good. The Lakers have gone 3 of 7 from the field since we've gotten underway. LeBron outside. It's good. It's his second basket. He's shooting 2 for 4. Well, you were talking about the mid-range and the post-ups. Those are the strengths of DeMar DeRozan and LaMarcus Aldridge.
Well, Coach Popovich has been so successful for decades because he always adapts to the strength of his players. Outstanding coaches do that in every sport. That shot diet might not work for most other teams, but if it fits the Spurs, they'll go old school and make it work for them.
Passes it to McGee. Back to James. Pass to McGee. Shoots over DeRozan. Again, Los Angeles.
There is a bunch to appreciate about LeBron's game. His passing is off the charts. Just look at that feed.
Murray against Bradley. Murray kicks to Gay. Aldridge down low. McGee's there. Aldridge the pass to Gay. And the shot goes down.
Yeah, it's important for Gay to be able to finish in traffic. I mean, he's so much better when he shows some physicality and toughness.
LeBron James on the wing. DeRozan defending. Outside, Green. Pass to Davis. Shoots it. Again, Los Angeles.
Really well done there. Just confident and composed, never in a hurry.
Spurs trail by 4. Murray with it. 7 points in the game. And it's Aldridge, top of the key. DeRozan against James. McGee with the block.
Boy, and the wingspan McGee has covers a lot of ground. Very useful for shot blocking.
And here's Bradley. 11 points for him in that last game against Dallas. And Davis with the basket on the assist by LeBron. James has got 3 assists now in this one. Now here's Murray. And there's the pass to Forbes. Now here's Gay, guarded by Green. Here's Aldridge. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. It's on JaVale McGee.
How about that for the old up fake? Aldridge knows exactly how to get a defender off his feet.
Now let's take a moment to get your guys' take on the scoring so far for the Lakers.
They've been making some really nice passes out there. Excellent passing. That could set the tone for the rest of the game.
Yeah, also something I like out of them so far, they're throwing their bodies around in the paint, and the physicality is taking its toll.
That free throw, no good. Mark, we have seen so many great players in the history of this terrific game, but in your mind, who's the best to have never won an MVP?
Wow, you think about some of the names on that list recently, or not too long ago. Patrick Ewing, Scottie Pippen, same era. How about going back to John Havlicek, a former Buckeye and all-time great with the Celtics. Elgin Baylor, one of the first high-flying forwards that I recall, one of those really creative do-it-all type forwards. Jerry West and Dwayne Wade right in that mix too, man. Those are some lofty names that didn't get an MVP.
The offensive rebound, Davis, no good with the layup. Spurs trail by 5. Here's DeRozan, and the rejection by James.
This is what makes LeBron so special. He does it at both ends. Great tenacity on defense.
To the middle. And he goes big with the dunk right over LaMarcus Aldridge.
It never gets old seeing LeBron throw it down, especially when he decides to do it with a little flavor.
Pass to Aldridge. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Davis. That's his first foul. A different look now for San Antonio. Alberto comes in for LaMarcus Aldridge. And it's Mills in for DeMar DeRozan. The Lakers also making some changes. Howard comes in for JaVale McGee. And Kyle Kuzma is subbed in for James. Now here's Mills. He had 31 points in the win against Golden State.
And a lot of those points came at the free throw line, really because of his aggression. He was playing the game with force, always catching his man on his heels.
And it's sent back by Howard.
And, you know, this is a definite strength of Howard's game. I think he's a rim protector of an elite level.
From the baseline. The shot, no good. So the Spurs will take it the other way. And this matchup with the Lakers, it's their first meeting of the season.
And looking back to last season, they won this season series as you'd expect.
Yeah, there's a reason they were a playoff team. I mean, they beat the teams they were supposed to. We'll see if they can do it again tonight.
The Lakers making a switch here. Daniels is checked in. Spurs trail by 7. Mills, that's a two-pointer. Once again off the mark by San Antonio. Pirtle with the steal. And here comes one, leading the fast break. With some arc, that one no good. Good D by Howard.
They've been sensational on the backboard to start this game.
Yeah, sensational is a really good word for it, Greg. They're tearing it up on the glass.
Now here's Kuzma. No points in the game yet for him.
And we're seeing some great ball movement out of this group, guys.
And San Antonio calls the first timeout of the game.
And last season, really not a fun one for Dwight Howard as he missed a lot of time. A lot of games left on the table by him as he has battled those back issues.
While we have the time, let's take a look at last season's best transition team. The Lakers second,
I mean, this is such a tough team to deal with. You see the numbers. They would just push the ball at every opportunity.
Spurs trail by 9. And with Howard, his presence was missed in the lineup last year due to injuries.
And Howard isn't what he once was, but he can still make a difference on the floor. That size and rebounding really hard to replace on a team by just one player.
And here is Los Angeles now, following the shot by Rudy Gay. And Kuzma has it in the corner. And Howard with the second chance points. And now it's an 11-point Laker lead.
Yeah, they have gone full throttle from the opening tip, showing no signs of letting up.
And, you know, when you've got a chance to put a team away early, you got to take it.
Now here's Mills. He's still scoreless so far in this one.
And he did everything he could to make that shot as difficult as possible.
And you know what, guys? That will pump him up because he takes a ton of pride in what he does on defense.
Here is Cook. Caldwell Pope with a wide open look. It's good from long range. And the Lakers lead by 14.
Defensively, they've been a step slow here to start.
Giving up too many open shots. I mean, that's what's happening here, Greg. They look to me to be a bit sluggish. Boy, he's really feeling it right now, shooting a high percentage to start this game.
Last game for the Lakers, they picked up the W against Dallas.
Well, it's easy to score when you're facing very little resistance. That's why their offense looks so good in that one.
Well, I think it was a combination of things, quite honestly, but the defense didn't really offer them a challenge all night. I agree with that.
White drives in. That's in for the first basket of the game after 3 attempts.
And how about the move he made there to come up and get himself clear in the lane for the deuce?
Caldwell Pope up top. He's covered by Gay. Pass to Kuzma. Just 5 to shoot. Almost, but it rolls out. And so White will bring it up for the San Antonio Spurs. Trailing by 10. The baseline J off the mark.
Guys, this hasn't been his quarter. I mean, to me, he just doesn't look completely comfortable or confident.
And Kuzma slams it in.
Their play on both ends has been superb. We'll see if they can maintain the momentum.
And, you know, nothing like getting an opponent on the ropes early. You love that if you're on that side of the scoreboard, and they are landing some haymakers now.
Here's Bellinelli after the basket by Los Angeles. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Caldwell Pope.
And now a look at Patty Mills here. Last season's performance for him averaged about 10 points a game, 3 assists and 2 rebounds. And he's very steady with that second unit, running the offense and getting them into their sets.
Right. I mean, your backup point guard simply has to hold the fort, maintain the status quo, share the basketball, and minimize mistakes.
And they've done a nice job controlling the defensive backboard to start this game.
Not one second chance bucket allowed. That is finishing off good defense.
Kuzma, and he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. And Kyle Kuzma, a late pick in the 2017 draft, but he's shown that he's as strong a prospect as any.
Yeah, flew under the radar as a prospect, but came in with a very refined game and was an impact player early on. Has already started to expand his game. Should see an even bigger role as he develops as a player.
And he makes the first.
And positionless basketball, all the rage, and Kyle Kuzma really fits that mold. Is he a 3? Is he a 4? I don't know, but he gets buckets.
And both free throws good for Kuzma.
You know, some folks were saying Kuzma wouldn't even get drafted a few years ago. That's why this draft stuff is more art than science sometimes, but he has proven his doubters wrong very quickly.
Now here's Mills. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Fires the 3. Out of hand on it.
Upping his intensity on the defensive end. Love to see that. Kuzma uses his length and athleticism to challenge and alter shots.
And the last-second attempt does not go in for him. And so it's Los Angeles with a 14-point lead as we bring the quarter to a close. Their defense has been terrific in this game. Back right after this. Well, you see a lot of players who pick up a controller and fire up NBA 2K, thank goodness, including the king himself, LeBron James.
I play 2K all the time. Seriously, when I'm playing the game, I'm putting certain lineups on the court that I see could actually help us in real life, which is very weird.
Always experimenting, always keeping his mind engaged, Greg, with basketball.
And that's who Bron is. He lives, breathes, and eats basketball.
And glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And guys, the Lakers enjoying a nice lead here.
You got to credit their defense, communicating, rotating, making plays on the ball.
They've got them rattled. It's only the first quarter, and already they've made enough big plays on defense to last really an entire game.
So on the floor for the Lakers to start this second quarter, we've got Caldwell Pope. Howard is out there with Kyle Kuzma, and it's Daniels in at the 2 spot. Here is Cook. He's been quiet so far, still no points in the game.
You know, even though it's a point-blank range shot, that's not an easy one, especially when the defense is that tight.
Mills with it. He's against Kuzma. Mills passes to Lyles. It's good.
Yeah, you know, Mills is one of those energizing players who does a little bit of everything, including finding his open teammates.
Cook looking it over. Pass to Kuzma. Kicks it to Daniels. Lets it go with a 3. Hits it from three-point range. Daniels has got himself on the board with 3 there.
You know, that's not how you screen for your guys, but ultimately they still found a way to come away with the hoop.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, DeMarcus Cousins suffered an Achilles injury, and it was a major setback for him, but it was also an eye-opener. Cousins said, any given day could be your last day playing. And all the celebrity, all the fame ends. My love for the game has grown, but at the same time, I want to be more than just a basketball player. Kevin, challenges can put anything into perspective.
Thank you, D.A.
You know what? He's just stone cold right now. Really not sure if he's their best option offensively as they try to get back in this game. How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today, ending with a basket coming off a pretty pass?
Well, when you look at the assist totals, heck, they've been clearly the better team.
And San Antonio has possession following the bucket by the Lakers. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. And there's Caldwell Pope. That's good on the assist by Daniels. Caldwell Pope's got 5.
Oh, great ball movement there.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Pirtle dishes to Mills. Here's Pirtle. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Outside, Bellinelli. Up again. It's good on the putback.
And Pirtle has stick-to-itiveness on the offensive glass. He just throws himself in the mix to come up with those boards.
Here's Howard, and he banks in the layup.
Timeout.
And the Lakers lead by 21.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
You know, the defense, Greg, has really been kept off balance because of the outstanding passes. 4 straight field goals have been made off an assist.
San Antonio calls timeout. A lot of smart guys playing in the NBA right now, Clark. Any that you spot that could be a great future head coach in this game?
There are so many of them, Kevin, when you spend time around guys and watch how they carry themselves on the court. Usually you look at point guards because they're quarterbacks and coaches on the floor in many cases. CP3, I don't know if he has a desire to coach, but he certainly talks and feels the game as a coach. And Mike Conley, I think he too has the type of cerebral approach to the game that could lend itself to coaching.
That's an excellent starting list. So San Antonio going with an almost entirely new group here. Marcus Aldridge is checked in for Jakob Poeltl. DeMar DeRozan comes in for Marco Bellinelli. Bryn Forbes, he's checked in for White. And it's DeJounte Murray in for Patty Mills. A big group substitution here for the Lakers. Anthony Davis, he's checked in for Kyle Kuzma. LeBron comes in for Caldwell Pope. Green, he's checked in for Troy Daniels. And it's Avery Bradley in for Quinn Cook. Now here's LeBron. Nice ball movement here by the Lakers. Howard kicks to LeBron. Loads it up for Davis. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. Here is Forbes. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Murray finds Aldridge. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. That's on Dwight Howard. And Clark, ordinarily quiet by nature, LaMarcus Aldridge has become a more outspoken leader in recent years.
Yeah, and that's a good sign. Sometimes you have to get out of your comfort zone for the good of the team. Aldridge is, by nature, a laid-back, quiet guy, and sometimes that can work against the team. But in his case, he realized that he needed to be more vocal and stepped into doing that.
The first one falls.
And in a league that's obsessed with threes and layups, LaMarcus Aldridge defying the trend, really feasting on a steady diet of mid-range jumpers.
Javale McGee's checked in for Dwight Howard. Both free throws good from Aldridge. And that turnaround jumper of Aldridge's, Greg, just impossible to defend.
Long arms, that high release point, when it's falling, well, we saw him give OKC 56. This man can take over.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
With the teardrop out of bounds, the Lakers will take possession. Now that we have a chance, let's go to the 2K leaderboard and reveal last season's top shot blockers. 5th on the list, JaVale McGee.
And shot blocking is the element of the game that I think he cares about the most. That's where he puts in that effort and energy.
Outside Bradley. And the pass to Davis. Over Murray. And Davis gets it to go on the assist by Bradley. 6 points for Anthony Davis.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
And Greg, you know nothing makes a coach happier than selflessness on the basketball court.
Now, here's Lyons. He kicks to Forbes. Inside. Aldridge double-teamed. And it's out of bounds. The Spurs able to retain possession here.
And now a moment to see the stats for Aldridge. Coming off a terrific season. Last season put up about 21 points a game, 9 rebounds, and 2 assists. And you talk about guys who just have a nose for putting up points. He is one of them.
Yeah, he sure is, and he rarely has back-to-back bad games. If he has an off night, he usually follows that up with a big night.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Yeah, rebounding has been a big key in this one, Greg. They've asserted their will and have taken control on the glass.
And James pulls it down.
And that is a textbook example of how to defend your rim.
And you know, guys, I love his fight and grit on the interior. I mean, he never lets a shot go uncontested.
San Antonio calls timeout. Clark, you were such a terrific athlete growing up, and it must be fun for you watching your kids and soon your grandkids go through their athletic journeys.
It really is one of the great blessings and treats of my life to see our kids grow and develop as people, but also to enjoy different sports. Our boys played basketball and soccer, and our daughter played volleyball, all played in college at some level. And so it is great. Anytime you see your kids find their lane, enjoy running in it, and do well in that lane, it's joy indescribable.
Check out some stats for McGee. He had a strong showing last season. Third in shooting percentage and one of the great shot erasers in our game, providing the last line of defense. How about top 5 in the league for blocks?
And it's a pretty terrific feat to finish top 3 in field goal percentage. Just a testament to how hard he works to become the consummate pro. Here is Forbes. He's been patient so far, nothing on the scoreboard yet, and stolen by LeBron. And it's slammed in by Davis.
And it was ignited by the steal by LeBron. I mean, he's got his head up right away, and the ball is out of his hands quickly.
Murray, the pass to Lyles. Bradley against Murray. DeRozan. LeBron with the block. And pushing it up. Here's Los Angeles. Davis has got the ball.
Well-rounded effort, and they show no signs of letting up.
Almost no holes in their performance tonight. They've been tremendous.
Now here's Murray. 7 points in the game. Passes to Lyles. Here is Forbes. Here's Aldridge. Misses, and the dry spell continues.
Boy, you can just see the frustration growing on their faces. Nothing going their way.
You know, guys, no denying it's been a rough patch here. I think they've got to run whatever is best in their playbook to get a good shot.
Murray kicks to Lyles. DeRozan bounce pass. Murray against Bradley. Pass to Lyles. And it's Murray penetrating. And Davis sends it back.
Boy, I tell you what, Davis uses his length so well. I mean, a defensive stalwart who holds his ground, and because of his timing and length and athleticism, he's an excellent shot blocker.
And so it's DeRozan. He'll bring it up for San Antonio. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Here's Murray. No good there. Great D that time from Davis. Lakers shooting an unbelievable 70%. You won't see a performance like this too often. To the inside, McGee trying to break free. And it's Davis with the jam.
And their balanced effort at both ends has hushed this crowd.
Yeah, you said the key word there, balanced. I mean, their big lead owes as much to their defense as their offense.
Now, here's Lyles. Outside DeRozan. Nice ball movement by San Antonio. Here's Aldridge. Once again off the mark by San Antonio. So it's the Lakers now. Davis has the open look. Here's McGee. Up and in on the layup. McGee's got 6.
Just no resistance on the inside. That's their 5th consecutive make in the paint.
And, Greg, those looks they're allowing are almost automatic.
To the paint, here's DeRozan. Good, and the assist goes to Murray.
You know, we know Murray's got some creativity to his passing game, but no need to be creative there. I mean, he sees the wide open man and zips it right to him.
Now, here's Bradley. 7 points in the game. Rebound by Murray.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
Aldridge against Davis. And Davis sends it back.
Well, I'll tell you what, he's going to buy himself a ticket to the bench. If he keeps shooting it like that, he has been putrid here this quarter.
The shot's good from McGee. 8 points for him.
And that's 10 straight points in the paint. The defense, nowhere to be found.
I think they've really got to start committing more bodies down low and really kind of close that area off defensively.
And Murray, here we go. And that one is good.
You know, if you're only looking at the way he's played offensively, you think his team would have the lead.
Davis looking for an opening. Bradley against Murray. Here's Davis. It's tipped. There's 1:47 left now here in the second. Bradley against Murray. The wide open look here for DeRozan. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by DeRozan. The Spurs making a switch here. Gay's checked in, and the Lakers also making a switch. Kyle Kuzma's checked in for Javale Mcgee. The Lakers controlling the game. 1:29 left in the first half. Outside Bradley. Floats it up for Davis and finished off by Davis.
Chemistry at its best. An unreal alley-oop.
You're right. The pass, the catch, the dunk, all of it perfect.
And it all had to be, Kevin, because that's not nearly as easy as they made it appear.
Here's Aldridge. Following the basket by Anthony Davis. Outside DeRozan. That shot, no good. Davis with some nice D. Kuzma finds Bradley. Poked away. Davis with it. He's covered by Murray. They kick it out to Green. Los Angeles needs to get off a shot here. A shot by LeBron, no good. San Antonio's gone 0-3 from beyond the arc to start the second quarter. Gay dishes to Murray. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Davis. That's foul number 2 for him.
Picking up his second foul here. Has to be careful because they can pile up quickly.
Now Gay. He's coming off a 16-point game against the Warriors in San Francisco. From deep three-point range, and that shot was up in time but doesn't go in. A dominating first half of basketball, and so far hasn't been close. Los Angeles on top, delivering the blowout. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thank you, Kevin. Here with Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. And Kentavious, you guys were getting a lot of offensive rebounds in the first half. How important was that?
I mean, they was important, man. We got to keep them off the glass. We can't get them second shot, and we got offensive rebound too as well. Get us some second chance at the basket and just keep working hard.
Well, you made it work in the first half, KCP. Thanks a lot. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of action following halftime.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, basketball fans. What a pleasure it is to bring you into the 2K studios again. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. A tremendous game we're seeing from Anthony Davis. He had 16 points, 9 rebounds, and 1 assist. And let's get your thoughts, Kenny, on the Lakers.
Well, their field goal percentage is a number that jumps off the page. May I say it's Shaq-like? Seriously, they're incredibly efficient shooting the basketball, and I don't think they settle for any bad shots. And you're never going to go wrong with that strategy.
Shaq, what did you see from San Antonio?
Well, they gave up too many good looks. You look at the field goal percentage against them, this tells the whole story. Not enough activity defensively, not enough disruption, Ernie. Like Kenny disrupts me all the time, not enough disruption.
And that'll about do it as we get ready for the second half. Let's take you down to Kevin Harlan.
Shout out to my man Joel.
Joel, what up?
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. You know, Davis has been exceptional here, guys.
As impressive as the block totals are from him early on, they don't even tell the whole story. He's changed countless others.
Yeah, you know, he's been up in the air so often, he's been absolutely a pest on the defensive end.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second.
You look at the Lakers desperate to surround LeBron with talent to win now. They have improved, but is it enough to go deep in the West?
Third quarter action getting rolling right now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's who's on the floor. On the floor for San Antonio, DeRozan out there with Trey Lyles. Then there's LaMarcus Aldridge. Then there's Murray. And it's Forbes in at the shooting guard. And the Lakers, for decades, Clark, a magnet for superstar free agents.
Yeah, and you know, guys, in recent years, more of a mixed bag in that regard. Whether it's the turmoil in the Lakers organization, I think that's part of it, or the prospect of playing in LeBron's shadow. A number of elite players have elected to go elsewhere thus far.
That's good from Forbes. And the guard, Bryn Forbes, won back-to-back state championships as a high schooler in the state of Michigan. A couple years at Cleveland State, then transferred back to the state of Michigan and played at Michigan State.
And after that time at Michigan State, he went undrafted, but Kevin really has developed into a steady rotation player in the NBA. And by the way, quite a knockdown shooter.
No good on the second free throw.
And the Lakers last season going against the grain to surround LeBron James with playmakers, not shooters. And many criticized that move.
And, you know, guys, you look at it, LeBron is at his very best with the ball in his hands, which means he needs room to attack the lane. It's clear that a course correction was needed.
Now here's Murray. Down low, Aldridge. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
And the Spurs acquiring all-star DeMar DeRozan and Jakob Poeltl in exchange for Kawhi Leonard with one full season in the bag. How do you view that trade?
Well, I tell you what, I think it's going to work well both ways. Obviously, for Toronto, it was fantastic, but I like Poeltl. This guy has tremendous attributes and ability as a big guy. The Spurs, with no interest in a long rebuild, they'd rather retool on the fly, and I think they put themselves in position to be pretty good going forward.
And he knocks down the first one.
Well, I love his stroke. Aldridge has a sweet stroke and continues to produce a nightly double-double threat who doesn't mind being the focal point of the offense.
And so LaMarcus Aldridge nails them both.
And the Spurs, I've heard it said, the most process-oriented team in the league.
Well, that's an understanding of what it takes for them as a small market team to be successful. A good assessment of what they have to do as the San Antonio Spurs to be good. Scouting, coaching, chemistry, all part of that. And this kind of athleticism at the center position, pretty remarkable. I mean, McGee letting it all hang out there.
Murray, the pass to DeRozan. Aldridge down low, guarded by McGee, and out of bounds as the Lakers gain possession. First minute and a half of basketball here in the third quarter. James outside. Green bounce pass. And they double up Davis. They kick it out to Green. Trains the three-pointer. Green's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
And Green is a world-class sniper, laser, an excellent shooter. Great at getting his puppy set on these shots from deep.
Now here's Murray. He's got 9. And Clark, coming out of Washington as a one-and-done, DeJounte Murray was considered a raw prospect.
Yeah, very raw. The 29th pick in the 2016 draft, guys, taken by the Spurs. Excellent physical tools and outstanding athleticism. Was surprising that he left when he did. I recall that when I heard. But at 6'5", a 7-foot wingspan, he's got a chance to be special.
And that one misses.
DeJounte Murray played just one season at the University of Washington. He grew up in Seattle and went to Rainier Beach High School. It's actually the same high school that produced Jamal Crawford. And as a matter of fact, a lot of good players have come out of the Emerald City.
And he's good on the second.
How about this little nugget, guys? When Murray earned all defensive second-team honors in his rookie year, he became the youngest player in NBA history to make the all-defense team.
And in Seattle, Murray recognized from a young age as a potential pro.
Yeah, you know, sometimes you can identify those especially talented players, and his nickname was Baby Boy. And how about this, Kevin? Jamal Crawford has mentored DeJounte since the 6th grade. Those guys have exchanged text messages throughout that time. Jay Crossover, one of my favorites, on and off the court in the league, really has helped keep Murray on the right track.
Davis kicks to Bradley. Knocked loose. Outside DeRozan. And there's the foul. It's on Trey Lyles. That's his 3rd foul of the game. The Lakers have gone 2 of 6 from the field here in the 3rd. McGee against Aldridge. McGee in the high post. He's got 10. It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. Clock at 6. Davis. The rebound by the Spurs.
And the activity he shows around the rim is why he is such a respected defender.
And you know what? He's not going to give up an easy finish at the rim. I mean, that's just against his constitution.
And Davis sends it back. Fast break, the Lakers. Bradley trying to break free. And there's Green on the assist by LeBron. James has got his 7th assist of the game with that last one. Murray against Bradley. Here's DeRozan. Great D that time from LeBron. And here's James. He'll bring it up for the Los Angeles Lakers. They get the rebound. Good on the shot. And that's 12 points for Javale Mcgee.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, the defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint.
Now here's Murray. 10 points for him. And that one drops.
Boy, it's been all Murray all day, 24/7. He's really become a lethal offensive presence.
Bradley with the ball. He has 7. Over Murray. Again, the Lakers.
Yeah, great execution there. The turnaround, such a difficult shot to defend.
Outside DeRozan. Pass to Aldridge. Here's Murray up on top. Guarded by Bradley. They double him with James. And wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball. And the Spurs with possession here. The pass to Forbes. Shot clock at 5. Murray outside. Here's Lyles. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D.
And a chance here to check out some stats on Anthony Davis. Great showing for him last season. He was around 26 points per game, 12 rebounds, and almost 2.5 blocks. And he's such a big presence for them on the inside.
Yeah, whether it's sending shots back airmail or cleaning the glass, he's the total package.
And they double up LeBron. Bradley can't get it to go. The Spurs have gone 2 of 5 shooting here in the third quarter. And stolen by James. Here's Green, and it's sent back by Aldridge.
You know, over time, Aldridge has really developed into a pretty good shot blocker.
Rudy Gay's checked in for San Antonio. Derek White comes in for Murray. Kyle Kuzma's checked in for the Lakers. Here is Davis. He's got 16. And stolen by Aldridge. Outside DeRozan in the foul on Avery Bradley. That'll be his second foul of the game.
And now only one away from being in the penalty.
Yep, the next one puts them on the line, so they've got to be careful the rest of the way.
Bellinelli, he's checked in for Bryn Forbes. The Lakers also changing it up. Caldwell Pope, he's checked in for Green. And Cook subbed in for Bradley. Now here's DeRozan. He has 5. Shot clock at 6. Aldridge finds White. Over Cook. They grab their own miss. And that one's good by Gay.
Boy, Gay doing a nice job to corral that rebound. A sneaky good play there. He corralled it and finished it.
James dishes to Davis. To the middle. Here's Cook. No good. Shot missing. Now San Antonio takes it the other way. Outside DeRozan. Lets it go from deep. It's hauled in by Los Angeles.
And there have been some terrible shot choices here, Kev. That's not a good look at all.
Caldwell Pope on the wing. He's covered by Gay. And they double up James. Here's Cook. And the Lakers with another miss.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
2 points. That one goes. White's got his second basket of the game.
Not much resistance from the defense. Easy play that time for him.
Here's LeBron after the basket by San Antonio. That one wide left.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range.
Here's Gay. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. And a big summer for the Lakers, trading for Anthony Davis for a time. Greg, it even looked like they had a great shot at landing Kawhi Leonard.
He ends up choosing the Clippers, which gives rise to a compelling rivalry. The nexus of NBA basketball has shifted to the city of angels. Whichever team you root for, LA fans with a lot to celebrate.
First one falls for him.
Well, Rudy Gay is a multi-talented and gifted athlete. I mean, he's an excellent shooter, a versatile defender, and continues to play at a high level.
Pirtle, he's checked in for San Antonio. Mills comes in for DeMar DeRozan. Howard's checked in for Los Angeles. Troy Daniels comes in for LeBron. Rudy Gay hits them both. Here is Cook. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. And it's a defensive 3-second violation.
Technical foul.
And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for Los Angeles.
Anytime you get as many points in the paint as they have, you know you've got a good thing going and you just want to keep it going.
Yeah, but Clark, the other thing that sticks out for me, the number of assists they've made over the course of this game.
A sharpshooter with a quick trigger release, Caldwell Pope is known for being an efficient scorer.
And here is Howard. Caldwell Pope outside. 6 on the shot clock. Passes it to Kuzma. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Kuzma's got 12 points in the game.
All Kuzma needs is a little separation, and he's good to go. Very agile in operating in the pick and roll.
Mills passes to Gay. Shoots over Kuzma. And there's Gay. That's good on the assist by Mills. Gay's got 6 in the quarter.
Boy, I like how quickly he threw the bounce pass there. Hard to defend against that.
Here is Cook. No points in the game yet for him. Over in the corner, Caldwell Pope gets the three-pointer to fall.
Not shy from outside. There's no doubt about that. Spreading the floor and getting them up.
Love the mentality there, I tell you. I know I've never coached, but, man, playing to win and being aggressive even with the lead as opposed to being safe and going into prevent offense, I'll take the former all day long. Play to win.
And the Lakers have possession. Following the shot by Rudy Gay. Caldwell Pope on the wing. To the inside. Tries from the block. And Kuzma puts it in. 14 points for him.
You know, body him up all you want. It doesn't bother Kyle Kuzma. He's got great competitive spirit and skill.
On the wing, Bellinelli. Back to Gay. Spurs working the ball around now. Now here's White. He's guarded closely. Good D by Howard.
Just not much success when it comes to shooting.
To the paint. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call.
Spurs ball.
Spurs have gone 5 of 12 from the field since the third quarter got underway. Mills looking it over. And stolen by Kuzma. It's Caldwell Pope with the drive. Trying to get open is Kuzma. And Caldwell Pope gets the basket.
Nice job adjusting his body on the drive as he gets hit. All the credit belongs to Caldwell Pope there.
In the corner, it's Bellinelli. Over Caldwell Pope. Again, the miss by the Spurs.
And guys, not sure where his head was on that shot. Not what this offense was designed to create.
Not at all. I mean, that's where they want him looking for a teammate, not trying to do it on his own. He needs to share the wealth there. Or the shot repertoire of Jakob Poeltl. Mostly 10 feet and in is his strength. He's an old school big man in every sense of the word, but efficient in what he does.
And Clark at 7 feet tall. Poeltl a live body in there.
He's live and he's also no stiff, guys. Poeltl can catch and finish. He's active in defending. Gets off the ground quickly and easily. I like his package as a big guy.
And the first one at the line is good. Both shots good from the stripe.
And one of the problems in the first half, that shoddy work at the free throw line, they needed to fix that, and they've been much improved since the break.
Daniels with it. Bellinelli is covering. Pass to Kuzma. Back to Daniels. Just 5 on the clock. Here's the 3. Can't hit that one. And San Antonio will go the other way with it. 1:05 left in the third. Pass to Gay. Over Daniels. Gay misses. And it's Kuzma with the ball for Los Angeles. Here is Cook. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Marco Bellinelli. That's his first foul.
Personal foul. First team foul.
There's 47 seconds left to play in the third. Gay against Caldwell Pope. Down to 5 on the shot clock. From deep. Good for the 5th time in 5 shots. He remains perfect.
Yeah, the bandwidth of Caldwell Pope's range continues to expand. This guy thinks he's going to make it from anywhere.
Bellinelli against Caldwell Pope. It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Now here's Mills. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. Here is Cook. And Kuzma gets it to go on the assist from Cook. Kuzma's got 16 points.
Boy, that's exactly the kind of strength Kuzma has to show, guys. I mean, take that contact, expect it, and still be able to convert. You've got to do that at this level.
And so it's Los Angeles with a huge lead at the break. Safe to say there's no catching them today. They've been playing some inspired defense, giving up very few easy points. Back to the action after this word. While we have the chance now, folks, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
And they'd love to see every possession end this way. True team basketball.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the 4th quarter, but stranger things have happened. And on the court for the Lakers to start the 4th. Jared Dudley out there with Howard. Then it's Kentavious Caldwell Pope. And it's Caruso in at the point. Now here's Walker. Now Mills. Off target from outside.
He is single-handedly dropping the temperature in here with that cold streak.
And he's got to find other ways to contribute then, because his shot making is not happening right now.
Assist goes to Alex.
The Spurs shooting a pretty sorry 29% from the floor here. Outside, Walker. He's looking for Carroll and finds him. And the layup's good off the glass.
I like how assertive Carroll is near the basket, capitalizing inside.
There's the pass to Howard. Clark, there are strong divisions and there are weak divisions. And the NBA might be considering removing divisions altogether and having only 2 conferences. What do you think?
You know, that's interesting. I like the divisions because that's what we've been accustomed to, but just having straight conferences, I wouldn't see much harm in that. You'd adjust the schedule accordingly in terms of how many games you play within the conference and how many times each opponent, but I think that could work.
Throws down the alley-oop slam.
Great timing and recognition as Howard is able to go up for the alley-oop.
Mills with it. Passes it to Carroll. Right side to Walker. Rebounded by Howard. Howard's got 13 rebounds in the game. Class eating. The shot from the low post is good. And here's Mills. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Pass to Walker. over Daniels. Again, the miss by the Spurs. Los Angeles has gone 5 of 9 when they put up the three-point shot tonight. Caldwell Pope passes to Daniels. The shot's good.
Yeah, first and foremost, he's a pass-first team player, is Caldwell Pope. Love seeing that.
For San Antonio, they've gone 1 of 5 from the field here in the fourth. A lot of misses, just the one make. Now here's Mills. Pass to Medu. And the shot goes in. Medu's got his first 2 points.
And just a step ahead of the D in that possession there, making the pass. Nice assist.
Here's Caruso, covered by Mills. And it's slammed in by Howard.
Howard determined to punish the rim and scare off defenders when he gets inside. Watch out now.
And Mills kicks to Walker. Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We've got about 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. Here's Medu. That one drops for him. Medu's got 4 points in the quarter. Lakers have gone 5 of 6 from the field to start the fourth quarter on a roll. The pass to Dudley. Clark, do you think the NBA should consider expanding the use of replay? I know you personally hate to slow the game down, but you also want the calls to be correct.
Well, it depends on the circumstances, Kevin. I like the fact that replay is available and it helps enhance the ability of the officials to get calls correct. Expanding the use of replay, though, has to be done very judiciously. There are a couple of areas, goaltending would be one, where you take a look to see if that's the case. But I think flow of game takes priority over trying to get every single call right just because you think technology gives you a chance to do that.
And here is Los Angeles now after the basket by San Antonio. And there's Howard. That's good on the assist by Dudley. 10 points for Dwight Howard.
There's an example of that strength that Dwight Howard possesses. I love seeing him fight through contact.
Here's Carroll. The putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
So good seeing Pirtle attack the glass, especially when he goes for the putback jam.
Howard, the pass to Caldwell Pope. Here's the teardrop. And he lays it up and in. Caldwell Pope's got 11 points here in just the second half. Here's Mills. Now Pirtle kicks to Carroll. Back to Pirtle. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. That's on Dwight Howard. And the minutes down, Clark, slightly for Pirtle last season, but his role grew down the stretch.
And not only his role grew, but I think his production improved as well. He got better as a passer. His rebounding took a jump forward. The counting stats won't wow you, but he's making progress and impacting his team in a positive way.
No good on the free throw. Clark, should the NBA consider widening the court to even out the value of those corner threes?
You know, that wouldn't be a bad idea, Kevin. But I also like the fact that there's a deep three at the top and on the wing. And then you've got a little shorter three if you can get to that corner. Widening the lane to make that three more in line or symmetrical with the deep three at the top. I kind of like having a short corner three.
I agree with you. Daniels with it, guarded by Walker. Passes it to McGee. Fades. Yes, once again, it remains perfect. 6 attempts and 6 hits.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Purposeful passing it is, partner. Their last 10 points have all come off assists.
Now here's Carroll. Stolen. And now here comes Daniels. Leading the break, pushing it up. Whistle blows, bucket is good, and he'll have a chance at the line to make it a three-point play.
Personal foul.
Man, what a pass that was there. He really relishes making the game easier for his teammates.
Mark, any changes you'd like to see made in the process when players and teams are fined for any number of things, incidents on the floor or off the floor?
Well, I think there's a place for fines and the different amounts depending on how egregious the act is by a player or team makes some sense. I think having different categories. But I'm one that would rather hit hard and less often. So I think if you want to minimize the number of finable offenses, then make the penalty be greater for those things that are finable.
Here's Caruso. He kicks it to Daniels. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. And so it's Mills who will bring it up for the Spurs. Outside, Walker. Carroll passes to Purdy. No good, unable to end this run.
And he did everything he could to make that shot as difficult as possible.
And you know what, guys? That will pump him up because he takes a ton of pride in what he does on defense.
And he found the soft spot in the D on that possession.
Here's Mills. McGee with the block. And it's the Lakers on the break. Daniels is running, and Lonnie Walker picks up the foul. That's his first foul.
Yeah, that's a tough call right there, and really a tough break for the D.
Greg, no problem for me with that call. I mean, he was still sliding right there.
Here's what San Antonio's going with right now. Gay comes in for Jakob Poeltl, and it's Bellinelli in for Patty Mills. The Lakers also with a sub. Kuzma's checked in. And the Lakers with another miss. The Spurs shooting in the fourth quarter has looked shabby, 38%. Here's Gay. Well, it was only a matter of time, but they finally get the bucket. Gay's got 10 points here in the second half. LA's gotten off to an 0-for-2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Caruso, the pass to McGee. Here's Caruso. Played in with a nice touch off the glass.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
And taking care of the ball has been a problem for them.
That's something they've got to fix. While the defense has been good, a lot of these turnovers have been unforced.
Now here's Walker. Pass to Medu. Now Bellinelli. Guarded by McGee. 5 on the clock. Puts up a 3. And that's good. Marco Bellinelli for 3. Bellinelli's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Carroll covering. Clark, there are a lot of factors a free agent puts into selecting the new team that he goes to. Talk about the factors that aren't basketball for these free agents.
Well, I think you could see some of them if you gave it some thought, Kevin. You think about it, market size, nightlife for some guys is important. Business opportunities when you think about places like Silicon Valley or New York or Los Angeles. Season of life for the individual player in terms of his family and where he might want to reside after he's done playing. So there are a number of different things that contribute to free agents making moves from one team to the next.
Now, did you have a family, Clark, when you played your last couple of years in the NBA?
We were without children, but it was Rosie and I. We've been married 4 years, and then our family started right after I retired.
Now, here's Walker. And it's in there. Walker's got 4 points this quarter. Los Angeles has gone to the three-pointer 11 times tonight and nailed 5 of them. Caruso, the pass to Kuzma.
Fouling like that isn't how you get back in the game.
looked to me like just a frustration foul. It really kind of sums up the game they're having in general.
And so it's the Lakers with it. Score that one for him. His 8th field goal. 8 for 11 on a very accurate night.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And on the flip side, Greg, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior. They've got to offer more resistance here.
Here's Medu. Inside. And it's blocked. And they're able to recover. And he recovers it. Los Angeles has gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the 4th quarter.
2 minutes.
Here's Kuzma. Gay with the block.
Gay using his reach and bounce to perfection to block the shot.
San Antonio's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the 4th. Poked loose, and the ball's tied up, so we'll have a jump ball. Regarding super teams, Clark, you and I have talked a lot about this. Many fans view them in a negative light, but they're actually something we've seen around in this game for a long time.
Yeah, you're right. So often we become prisoners of the present and we forget about what transpired in the past, but the Celtics in the 60s were as dominant as any team in the history of the game. The Lakers in the 80s, the Bulls in the 90s. But I guess fans have a complaint because they feel those teams came together more organically compared to what seems to be a movement by free agents that has led to dominant championship teams, although the Warriors pretty much have built their championship team through the draft.
Now here is McGee following the shot by Rudy Gay. 5 to shoot. Here's Caruso. Doesn't get it to drop for him. Gay with the defensive effort. And so it's Walker with it, who brings it up for the San Antonio Spurs.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest, just a total obliteration, if you will. And you can safely say mission accomplished now for the Lakers.
Tonight, they did a great job of getting everyone involved. They had the good passing, and that led to some open shots.
Solid play, definitely, Kevin.
And it'll mark their 4th win on the year, actually their 5th win on the year.
And against a conference opponent, always good to take that first win of the season series to establish a psychological edge.
Especially because they're going to get together 3 more times this season, Greg. You love to get an opponent figured out early when you're going to be seeing them that often.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Kyle Kuzma.
And, you know, there was no stopping him tonight. Whenever he got the ball, he was looking to score, and rightly so.
Looking at who's out there now for the Spurs. Jakob Poeltl's checked in for Gay. And Derek White subbed in for Bellinelli. And the Lakers also making a switch. Quinn Cook's checked in for Javale Mcgee. So he picks up just 1 from the line that time.
Not nearly as productive a trip to the line as he'd have liked. They need all their free throws to go down at this point.
Here's Caruso. White covering. 3-pointer. Cook, good.
And they came in determined to take this one. It's going to be a happy flight home.
Yep, to have a stress-free win on the road, very satisfying. The fans are already headed for the exits.
San Antonio with the ball after Los Angeles picked up 3 with their last shot. Poeltl dishes to Walker. Back to Poeltl. It's intercepted. Kuzma against White. Kuzma with it. And so it's the Lakers taking care of business here. This one was over well before the final buzzer. The fans were waiting for something to get excited about, Greg, but they never got it.
They sure didn't. I mean, they just rolled to this win. They made it look really easy. What an efficient performance at both ends.